Welcome to the Brunswick Beat,
Brunswick County's only television news show brought to you by the Brunswick Beacon. I'm Rachel Johnson.
And I'm Stacy Manning. Many residents are mourning the loss of a Shallow teen tonight. John Gavin Lane, 19, was reported missing on Monday afternoon. After hours of searching on land and air, his body was found about 200 yards from his parents' Briarwood home Tuesday. No foul play is suspected. However, an investigation by the Shallow Police Department is ongoing. Lane was a 2010 graduate of West Brunswick High School, where he was a standout pitcher his senior year. Friends and family gathered at Camp United Methodist Church on Tuesday evening for a prayer vigil.
Both suspects charged in last week's fatal shooting in Longwood have been arrested. Alfred Butler turned himself in to authorities Wednesday, October 5th. He is charged with the murder of Sherman Daniels, who was fatally shot Sunday, October 2nd at a Carlin Road home in Longwood. Butler has been charged with murder, discharging a weapon into an occupied dwelling, and possession of a firearm by a felon. He was held on no bond. A second suspect, John Toria Walton, 25, of Rock Hill, South Carolina, was also arrested Wednesday. She has been charged with accessory after the fact in the shooting death of Daniels.
A Leland man has been sentenced to 14-plus years in jail for a 2009 armed robbery involving his family. Jabbar Ballard, 36, was found guilty of robbery with a firearm, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and 2 counts of assault with a firearm. The victims, Ballard's cousins, were on their way to work and school when he held them at gunpoint while wearing a mask. This is not the first time Ballard has been sentenced to serve time behind bars. His criminal record dates back to 1996 and includes a 2009 assault charge in which he shot a man in the Brunswick Electric parking lot in Southport.
Project Soccer and its estimated 1,300 jobs has been booted to South Carolina. North Carolina Commerce Secretary Keith Crisco was in Brunswick County last week to thank local officials for their work on Project Soccer, now confirmed to be the German tire manufacturer Continental Tire. Continental Tire chose Sumter County, South Carolina as the site for its operations. Despite losing the bid for Continental Tire, Brunswick County Economic Development Director Jim Bradshaw said county officials are doing whatever they can to make Brunswick County a desirable location for would-be employers. Last week, Brunswick County Commissioners adopted a new, more competitive tiered rate structure for commercial and industrial sewer rates and relaxed building facade requirements.
Brunswick County Board of Education officials want to hear from parents, students, and staff and community members about staggered start times. Community members can comment at 5:30 p.m. Tuesday, November 1st at the board meeting in the County Commissioners' Chambers in Bolivia. The hearing will be open until about 6:15 p.m. The regular meeting begins at 6:30 p.m.
Carolina Shores Commissioner and mayoral candidate Walter Goodenough got up and left the room during a town meeting last week after telling a resident she needed to be quiet and sit down. Goodenough left while town resident Joe O'Keefe was speaking during public comment at the end of the October 6th Town Commissioners meeting. O'Keefe had been referring to an email she received the day before from an elected official. Goodenough interrupted and said he took issue after being called an airhead. Multiple attempts to reach Goodenough for comment on the incident were unsuccessful before the Beacon went to press on Tuesday night.
The pre-K class, kindergartners, and first graders at Earth Angels Educational Center and Evelyn Smith Ray Village School in Shallow took part in a triathlon on October 4th to raise money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. The school met its goal to raise $500 for the hospital.
Good job, Alicia. Go, Christian. Go, Callie. Look at Lynn. He's like, go, DJ. Go, Salem.
Chrissy has her little Barbie pie.
Raven. Isn't that beautiful? Hey, Alyssa.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Throughout the month, the Beacon is sharing stories of brave local women who have battled the disease or who are currently fighting the fight. This week, the Beacon introduces readers to Bonnie Anthony, who stresses the importance of early detection. It saved her life and could save yours. Also, don't miss out on local area events held to raise money and awareness for breast cancer research and support. One of those events was on Wednesday, October 5th, as athletes at CrossFit Ocean Isle Beach changed up their normal workout routine. They participated in a fundraising workout competition, Barbells for Boobs, Amazing Grace, to help raise money for Mammograms in Action in the fight against breast cancer. Read all of these stories and much more in this week's Beacon, available on newsstands now.
Hi, I'm Stacy Manning, Managing Editor of the Brunswick Beacon.
Did you get engaged recently or married? Have you celebrated a milestone anniversary or did you have a baby? How about letting us share the news with our readers? You can email your social news to me at editor@brunswickbeacon.com or you can log on to our website at www.brunswickbeacon.com. Look for the Submit News icon near the top right-hand corner of the page. Deadlines are noon each Friday.
Welcome to the Brunswick Beat Sports Report. In high school football action, Philip Goss stood out on Friday night as West Brunswick High School beat Whiteville 27-6 in a conference game. Goss intercepted a pass setting up a touchdown in the fourth quarter and returned a fumble for 95 yards for another touchdown also in the fourth quarter. Gary Darling also intercepted a pass and Nolan Scoggins recovered a fumble on Whiteville's final pass as the Trojans improved to 2-2 in the conference, 3-5 overall. Friday night's victory kept alive their hopes for state playoff. The West Brunswick High School volleyball team routed East Bladen in a conference home match on October 6. Jasmine Jackson finished with 17 kills, 5 block shots, and scoring 9 points off of her serve. As the West volleyball team enters the final week of the regular season, they are 9-1 in the conference and 15-4 overall. Playing its first home match since September 8th, the Brunswick Community College Dolphins volleyball team beat Sandhills on October 4th. The BCC Coastal Classic is Friday and Saturday, October 14th and 15th, and it features some of the best community college volleyball teams in the Southeast. At 11 a.m. on Friday, BCC plays conference rival Cape Fear. At 3 p.m., BCC plays Pasco Hernando, the defending NJCAA Division II champions, who are ranked number 2 in the nation. BCC takes the court again at 5 p.m. against Pitt. Then at 11 a.m. on Saturday, BCC plays Ridgewater College, the defending NJCAA Division III champions. They will play again at 1 p.m. against the College of Southern Maryland. For all of these sports stories and much more, check out this week's Beacon.
Hi, I'm Stacy Manning, Managing Editor of the Brunswick Beacon. Do you have a community event you'd like to tell our community about? You can email it to me at editor@brunswickbeacon.com or you can log on to our website at www.brunswickbeacon.com. Look for the Submit News icon near the top right-hand corner of the page. Deadlines are noon each Friday.
I'm Laura Lewis. I'm here at Cattails today with Trish Kelly and Sean and Randy.
Sean and Randy are about a little over 2 months old. They're ready to be adopted. They are part of a very special litter. We had, I think, 6 of them, and they were all named after the managers of the PetSmart, where we do a lot of our adoptions. So this is Sean and Randy, and Chris and Rob and Shane and Ed were already adopted.
Aww.
And these are the 2 that are left.
They're adorable.
They're awfully cute. They're very playful, very friendly. They love toys, they love people, and they love each other.
And this one loves to purr. I hear him right now.
Yes, he purrs even more than this one does. But they're friendly, sweet kitties, and they're looking for a permanent home. They make a wonderful addition to your family.
Well, they definitely would, Trish. And people can come out and visit with Sean and Randy during your regular visitation hours, which are Wednesdays from 11 to 1.
And Saturdays and Sundays from 11 to 3.
Uh-huh.
These 2 may also be at PetSmart with us this weekend.
Okay,
Since
good
the
deal.
managers they're named after would love to see their adoptions. we'll be up at PetSmart in Wilmington on Friday night and Saturday afternoon.
Okay, so come up there if that's convenient for you, and just come on out, and there's all kinds of cats and other kittens to see here at Cattails too on Beach Drive in Ocean Isle Beach.
If the schedule goes as planned and rain doesn't continue, oyster season will officially kick off this Saturday, October 15th. Marlene Varnum of Carson Varnum's Shellfish Market in Varnumtown will be on hand to sell oysters harvested by suppliers from the Lockwood Folly and Shallotte rivers. The season continues throughout March.
And to help kick off oyster season, the 31st Annual Oyster Festival is this weekend in Ocean Isle Beach. Highlights include the annual oyster shucking competition at 1 p.m. on Saturday and oyster stew cook-off at noon on Sunday. The entertainment lineup includes nationally known singer Josh Kelly performing from 4 to 6 p.m. on Saturday. Festival admission is $5 each day, and it's free for children younger than 8. Free parking and shuttle service will be available at the retreat at Niblock Homes at the corner of North Carolina 179 and Ocean Isle Beach Road. Handicap parking with shuttle service will be available at the Ocean Isle Beach Airport. For more information and details about this year's Oyster Festival, check out the Beacon's Oyster Festival tab included in this week's edition of the Beacon.
Get ready for a visit from Southern cooking queen Paula Dean. She will be making her Brunswick County debut when she takes part in a VIP luncheon this Saturday at Brunswick Community College, followed by a meet and greet and eat with fans and a chef's cook-off at Odell Williamson Auditorium. Proceeds from the event will go towards student scholarships through the foundation at Brunswick Community College. A few general admission tickets are still available by logging on to pauladean.brunswickcc.edu.
Can you survive Grisset Town Longwood Fire and Rescue's annual haunted trail for another Halloween season? It's time to try with the popular trail, which won a Best Haunted Attraction competition last year, slated to launch this weekend. Days and times for the trail, which is set up behind the station at 758 Longwood Road, are 7 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays, October 14th and 15th, October 21st and 22nd, October 28th and 29th, and Halloween Monday, October 31st. Admission to this annual fundraiser is $7 per person.
That's all the time we have for tonight, but you can read all these stories and much more in this week's Beacon. If you know of a story or a person you'd like to see featured on Brunswick Beat, email us at brunswickbeat@brunswickbeacon.com. Look us up on Facebook under Brunswick Beacon or follow us on Twitter at Brunswick Beacon.
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next week for a brand new edition of Brunswick Beat, Brunswick County's only television news show brought to you by the Brunswick Beacon. Tonight's Beacon shines on images captured along the Waccamaw River. Pick up this week's paper to find out about life on the river here in Brunswick County.